Live in downtown Detroit. One before live stream with Jason Carr. Starts now.
Oh, good morning. How's it going? You're on a Wednesday hump day before Thanksgiving. Coming up, you will, well, I said coming up, but it's our lead. Producer John Steckroth, do you have a photo of my table that I've already have that? There you have it.
Set up.
As of last night at 9 p.m., the table is set. All the pots and pans are in place. The slow cooker for the duck is out on the counter. Silverware is soaking. The wine glasses are soaking, so they are perfectly clean and ready to go.
Now, isn't that a little early to be setting a table the day before? I don't know. I've got a little bit of dust flying around in my apartment.
Well, your apartment, well, sure. I mean, there's Jimmy Hoffa's probably somewhere in your apartment, but. Do you keep as a bachelor, do you keep a
good set of china?
No, do you keep a clean apartment?
I try.
You try.
My apartment has a lot of character. I'm not going to say it's run down, but it's got character, so it's very difficult to keep clean.
When I was your age, I had an apartment in downtown Flint that had a lot of character. I called it my Seinfeld apartment because it was very much like that. Yeah. Classic cocktail. I was a hipster before anybody. Before hipsters were known as hipsters, but there was not the negative connotation. It was the whole Rat Pack thing.
Yep.
Sort of like the movie Swingers with Vince Vaughn.
Right.
And swing dancing and all that. That was me in my 20s and the 90s. Me in my teens in the 80s, however, really enjoyed Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. My mother and I went to see it when it debuted. In 1987, I think we were the only ones at an afternoon matinee, and we laughed our fool heads off. Do you have a clip?
Oh yeah, I've got some clips. I got a couple of favorite pictures from that one. But yeah, let's grab this clip.
Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the best Thanksgiving movie of all time right now.
People too, mess around. They're doing the mess around. They're doing the mess around. Everybody doing the mess around. Now, when I say stop, don't you move a peg. When I say go, just shake your leg and do the mess around. I declare, do the mess around. Now let me have it, that boy.
Oh man, do I love this movie. I love this movie so much. I own, I think, at least 2 copies of it on DVD. I bought the soundtrack on cassette in 1987 and promptly wore it out. What's that?
Great movie.
It is a wonderful film, and if you've read up on it or seen the extended commentary or anything like that, it is the truest or closest representation of John Candy to his real life self. As was captured on film. So do yourself a favor, hit up one of the many Imagine Theater locations across Metro Detroit tonight at 7 p.m. They are showing Planes, Trains, and Automobiles at 7 p.m. at the Imagine Theaters tonight, the night before Thanksgiving. You could, tonight's the biggest bar night of the year.
Yes.
So you could even go see the movie and be out of the movie by 8:45 and still make it to the bar on time. And
hit the bar beforehand and afterwards.
You hit the mini bar like they do at the motel.
Yeah.
Let's go to Jamaica, man. Oh man, I love that movie. Felix the Cat. Felix the Cat. The wonderful, wonderful cat.
There's a song?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a song.
You're going to have to look that up. With his bag of tricks. Yeah?
It's before both our times, I think. The silent
film
era?
I'm older than you, so I will say that I remember being a kid and watching reruns of really old things on TV, like Laurel and Hardy and The Honeymooners and Felix the Cat and on and on and on. Groucho Marx Brothers. Anyway, he hasn't made an appearance at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade since WW2. Felix was the star of his silent film era and had a comic strip in newspapers. The balloon, making its return. So there's a whole backstory here if you care to look into it about why Felix was out of the parade and back in the parade, and rubber and war efforts and all kinds of stuff. But good to see Felix the Cat, an icon for sure. Jones Soda used to do this thing where you could get the entire Thanksgiving dinner in
Those
bottle
were always
form.
Great. They stopped doing it, I think, in 2008 was the last year they were doing it.
I did a story on that, and some of it was gross and some of it was actually not half bad. But these candy canes come in gravy, all right, pickles, wasabi, and bacon.
Bacon.
Now, Mike, the thing about the bacon is why not just have the real thing?
You just have some bacon. I don't need bacon flavored this or that. I want just bacon.
Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, because I love gravy, pickles, and bacon, but wasabi? Not so much on the wasabi. 5 worst things on fast food items this time of year. Yeah. Here are your basic food groups. At one point in my life, this is pretty much all I consumed. I have moved on to become much more of a foodie in my advancing age, but I pretty much lived on all of this right here. But here's the list. Subway's autumn carved turkey, topped with cheddar cheese and cranberry mustard sauce. Apparently has a bajillion calories, as is the case with White Castle's loaded sweet potato fries.
With marshmallow cream and syrup.
Quiznos, oh man, did I love Quiznos. Are they all gone, or are there still some
You know, I don't know, but those old commercials.
Eat Quiznos subs is good for you. They got a pepper bar.
The A1 steak dip sub, steak, cheddar mushrooms, onions, mayo, and A1 steak sauce, 1,060 calories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quiznos was, man, I would go through that little conveyor belt with the toasting and the thing, the bing-ba-ding.
Yeah.
Do you remember a place called Schlotzsky's?
No. Where was that?
Oh, that was Schlotzsky's. Sean Lay, am I lying? Schlotzsky's is great, right? No?
Yeah, so they were all over Phoenix.
Ah.
Every corner, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like Schlotzsky's?
I've never
Yeah.
I can't be pictured on that. I've never been on, so unless I'm invited. Slotsky's not a big fan.
Why?
I don't want to dog him out or anything. I mean,
Well, then I don't think they exist
did you
anymore.
like him?
I loved Schlotzsky's. It was a little bit on the pricey side. We go there and get some soup and the pickle and the chips.
so,
And uh-oh, here he comes.
You haven't, so it's a local place.
Come on up. I'll even unpin my microphone.
No, I gotta go.
He's all right.
Happening. Alex, Italian Girardelli's.
Girardelli's?
No, downriver? Yeah, no, right there.
Oh,
at the,
not Giordano's.
Detroit. Giordano's.
Giordano's?
Yeah. You had that?
No.
Ganella.
Oh, Ganella's.
Ganella.
Original? There's the 2 locations. There's the one out by in Allen Park, and then there's.
Bridge.
Yeah, I know the one you. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
That's a good. So like Schlotzsky's, yeah, I can't.
absolutely.
When you have
We got a vote for
local
2 votes for Ganella's. 3.
And then High Grade is my all-time favorite. Reuben at the High Grade can't be.
He's got to go, but he's going to stick around and tell us about High Grade and.
Right. Do you have the Willy Thomas sandwich?
Bye, guys. Have a good one. Okay, back to Dunkin' Donuts Candy Cane Crunch Donut.
Yes, this thing, it's just full of sugar. 30 grams of sugar.
And making me regret that Burger King does not start serving lunch until 10:30, right in the middle of Live in the D. The Bacon King sandwich.
Yep.
Now, here's the whole backstory on this. I'm going to bore you to the point of tears, I'm sure. Back 20 years ago when I was in Traverse City, oh, you can put the burger back up.
Okay.
When I was working in TV in Traverse City, I didn't know this, but the BK across the street from the station bureau was a test market site for new products. And they came out with something called the Double Supreme Cheeseburger, which was intended to take a run at the Big Mac. It was basically a double cheeseburger with onion and some special sauce that was very Big Mac-like. Eventually, this burger launched nationally as the Big King, or the BK.
Okay. So you were one of the first.
I was on board back when it was the double Supreme cheeseburger. And I don't know what happened, but by the time it made its market as the Big King, it was slightly different. Something was off about it. It was never quite as good as I had it in Traverse City, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So the 2 quarter-pound beef patties on a sesame seed bun topped with smoked bacon, American cheese, and 1,040 calories. We might have to make a run.
I'm getting kind of hungry. We could.
You know
Well,
why?
not far. It's just on Lafayette.
There's a Burger King 2 blocks away.
It's next door to my apartment.
Yeah. That's where you live?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder you bike here. I have to do Live in the D. I'm going to be on television at 10:30, but you, my friend, could make a run.
We'll see. We'll see what I can.
You fly, I'll buy. Isn't that how it goes?
We'll see if I can get some time away from the desk.
All right. Aloe vera, turns out there's none of it at Walmart, Target, and CVS in the samples that the gel.
Yeah. They're brand store products. There's the Bloomberg News took samples of all these different types, and not a single one of them has aloe. The Target, I think, hit one of the 3 things they test for, and it was close, but they're not. There's no way to rule it out. But yeah, they've been using a cheaper element called maltodextrin, which is a sugar sometimes used to imitate aloe vera, and
Maltodextrin, isn't that in like cereal?
it sounds like that. Yeah.
Maltomeal or
Malto.
something? Okay, so buyer
Watch where you
beware,
get
I
your
guess.
aloe. Oh.
Apple's new MacBook Pro launched last month, and now impulse buying online just got even easier. The new method uses Apple Pay, and you can just, bada boom, bada bing right there on the touch bar, where incidentally you can also play the game Doom.
Yes, I saw that. That was very cool.
Yeah, and so if you see something you want, iTunes Store or Amazon or whatever, it used to be, returning customer, one-click buying, one-click ordering, or you had to do the whole get the credit card out and do the security code and this. Now you just go boop,
And that's it. I don't know. They've tried things like this, buttons that are specific for one purpose, and I don't see it. But we'll see.
Melissa wins the day. Melissa Najera, or Nahera, Sponge Monkeys. That's what those things were called for Quiznos.
Yeah.
The Sponge Monkeys.
Hey, Quiznos subs, they are good for you. They got a pepper bar.
Any coupon works. You could bring in any coupon from anywhere, and it would work at Quiznos.
Is it apparent that I have a lot of fun doing this thing that just a few people watch? If I had my druthers, this would be a hit television show somewhere on the dial on Local 4.
I'm looking through the
Sub-channel
comments.
what's
Melissa
that?
says she's prepping a 28-pound turkey.
A what?
28-pound turkey.
Well, the duck I got is 9 pounds.
Well, that's a good-sized duck.
It is a. And you again are going out west, is that right?
Yeah, I'll be out in Jackson. After the parade, after we're done doing our morning stuff here.
You should stop by. What are your big plans? Are you going out? You're a single guy on the make. Are you going out for the biggest bar night of the
Tonight?
year?
Yeah, I am. I got to be back here really early, but I'll get out. I'll get out for a little bit.
Ladies, he's single. Who do you meet? I've been out of the game for so long. When you go out to the biggest bar night of the year, where are you going, and what's your game? What's your game plan?
The whole point of the big bar night of the year, Thanksgiving, is about going back to your hometown and seeing all the people from high school, which is really what it's going to be. Which is interesting because actually Saturday is my 10-year reunion, which is going to be in Dearborn. So
you graduated
2006.
2006 from Dearborn.
Dearborn High.
Dearborn High.
Yep.
Not Fordson. Dearborn
Not
High.
Fordson. Not Etzel Ford. Dearborn High.
Wow.
Yeah. 10 years. So I'll see you guys all on Saturday.
Geez, my broadcast career was already more than 12 years old when you graduated high school, and here we sit.
Here we are. Yep.
So
Be
maybe
in that chair soon.
maybe by me hanging around the youngins, I'll stay young myself. I don't know if that's how you guys do it out there, but anyway, we certainly have a lot of fun doing this. Hopefully, those of you who have made a habit of tuning in every day at the 9:15 mark or ish. Enjoy this as well. Do you have any other clips from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, or
Just
was
that
it
one.
just that
Just
one?
that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
So Thanksgiving today, work tomorrow, says Melissa. Oh, Melissa's having Thanksgiving today.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Najera
All right.
or Nahara.
Yeah, is it a soft J?
Nahara. I wish they would. There's Tom Ledesma and Deborah Kuzmano and Tammy Coleman and Charlene Hickman and George Varzaru. Our good friend Deanna's there, as well as Bobby Joe and Lourdes.
Now, Jessica Niedzetsky says Schlotsky's is still down in Austin, Texas. So,
Wait, she doesn't just say Schlotsky's is still. She says still down here in
yeah,
Austin,
so
Texas.
she must be watching in Texas. Wow. Good. Viewers
No,
in
so
Texas.
Niedzilski?
Niedzelski.
Huh?
Niedzelski.
Niedzelski.
Sounds right.
I lived in Austin, Texas for a very short frame of time in 1993. Blazing hot down there, but that's where I found out about Taco Cabana, which is this really awesome place where they basically throw up the garage doors and the dining area becomes like an indoor-outdoor thing with a patio, and you can get a cerveza with your burritos. Taco Cabana is pretty top-notch. There was also a burger joint in a strip mall off the main drag in Austin, not in downtown, but out in the suburbs off one of the highways, and this burger was so damn good. Pickles and mustard and pepper. They peppered the patty. If I could go back to have that burger one more time.
Now, Jessica does say she's in Austin. She's missing Detroit. Well, we miss you. And Melissa says it sounds like an H, so it's Nahara. You were right
Nahara.
on. Nahara.
I was having more fun
Melissa
saying
Nahara.
Nahara. Nahara, hurrah, whatever will be, will be. Melissa is here, you'll see, watching us and me. So if you're in Austin, you have to hit up 6th Street. That's the big. If you were down there, you'd be hitting up 6th Street. That's like the main. That's like the hot happening main drag.
Okay.
But think about that. The hottest, the hippest cities in the country right now: Portland, Oregon; Austin, Texas; Detroit, Michigan; Brooklyn, New York.
You might want to put Seattle on the list, right? Seattle, I think, is the fastest growing city in the country at the moment.
Yeah, I didn't say fastest growing. I said hippest, right?
Hippest,
Like,
yeah. There's
yeah.
too much money in Seattle. You can't.
Yeah, you know. Nicole says we are having Thanksgiving every day this weekend here in Almont in our new home. Melissa says LOL. I like Nahara myself. Nahara. Oh, look at that. Maybe you should fire up. Can you go back to the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? No, you know what? Go back to my table setting, please.
Okay.
What time do you have on the clock?
It's 9:35.
Thank you.
So this is it.
This is on my Instagram, at Jason Carr TV. This is a picture of our actual dining room table that I set last night after basically scour the kitchen, reorganize the fridge, got out the warming, what do you call those things? Warming plates, or like you can put sides and like they go side by side.
It's not a
Wow,
coaster.
what is it called? Maybe somebody out there watching on the Facebook Live can help me out. It's like it's almost like the thing with the sterno underneath, like warming trays.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they're 3-in-1. There's like one electric unit, and it'll keep up to 3 sides warm. Well, that only comes out a couple times a year. Got that out. Got the serving bowls out. Got out the special knives. The super sharp.
Oh yeah.
Super sharp knives that are in the cherry wood case. Those are sitting out there. And if you go back to the photo,
Yeah.
the lights there,
Oh, I do see the lights in the background. Yeah.
very
cool.
Mad Men, very
Yeah.
like 60s. Yeah, those are our hexagonal hanging lights that are over a open top bar. Those lights came out of WJRT, the ABC affiliate in Flint, Michigan, when they tore the place down and completely rebuilt it in the year 2000. They were
Wow.
throwing those away, and I said,
Yeah.
I'll take those.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call.
There's some other
Very
stuff
cool.
that I repurposed from the trash bin from my former employer, ABC 12 in Flint. Okay, so now you had those still frames from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, yeah.
Name me a movie that you can remember seeing in such vivid detail that you remember that the theater was mostly empty, who you went with, in this case my mother, and the fact that we saw it at an afternoon
You know
showing.
what I was actually just thinking about, because I was watching some clips from this movie, and Steve Martin's home, at the very end, when they finally get to the home, is the same home from Home Alone and a couple other films. They must have been just repurposing that house. And I remember seeing Home Alone 2 in theaters when I was probably 4 or 5 years old.
4 or 5.
I mean, let's look up when it came out, but I'm pretty sure.
92? Was 92 with Tim Curry in the hotel in New York?
Yeah.
That's the one Donald Trump makes.
Yeah,
in the,
1992. So
Thank
I would have
you.
been, yeah, going on 5.
Her first baby, come out sideways. We got it, we got it, we got it. Oh man, I love that movie so much. Let's see what they're saying here. Warming dishes, warming trays. Mamacita, says Tammy Coleman.
It's called a Schaefer.
A what?
A Schaefer, a chafing dish. Yeah. Yep.
The electric knife? No, not an electric knife. Buffet server. Nicole says, have a great one, everyone. Have to cook every day, starting in the morning for the open house. I hate to mess it. Beautiful job. Now come and set mine. Schaefer. Okay, there we go. Love this movie. In 92, Melissa Nahara was 2.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, there's a good one. Nancy says, happy Thanksgiving to all of our servicemen and women. Chris Ford says, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is showing at Imagine. You got that right. Evrod Cassimy has never seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No, I haven't.
No, now you have to. Eventually, he says. How many times have you seen it?
You know, it's one of those, you flip through and it's on and you just sit and end up watching the whole thing.
You end up watching the old
Yep.
things. Those aren't pillows. TV's Ken, how many times have you seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? Twice. Thought it was funny? Thanks for weighing in. Dustin Block, how many times have you seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? 30 times, says the man. Portions of 30. I've seen it at least that many. David has no time for movies. He's completely consumed with being a young father. Susan, how many times have you seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? None? You've never? Oh my gosh. If I bring in a copy and loan it to you, will you watch it this weekend? All right. Are you here tomorrow or no? Are you done? No, you're not. So I would have to go home, get the copy, come back, and give it to you. You'll be here Monday? Well, it's kind of a Thanksgiving movie, but it works for the holidays too. Uh-oh.
There comes the. You know, it's funny. I was listening to the archived version though, and you really can't hear it.
It's
Just
just
us.
weird. We can hear it, but you can't hear it on their microphones. We're talking about the Custodian's Barrel. Trash can on wheels, whatever you want to call it. Andrea says, love that movie, hilarious. I have the movie, says Judy. I've seen it too many times, says Tammy Coleman. Kathy DeWitt, never. Can't believe I've never seen it either. Fran and or Kathy, neither one of, oh, and Tara Gonzalez, or Gonzalez.
Yeah.
See the name thing's becoming a thing, like Francesca Catanese. Tara Gonzalez. Any of you who are watching right now, honestly, and who have not seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, maybe round up some friends or a friend and go to Imagine in Canton or Rochester Hills or in Birmingham, wherever, Royal Oak. They are showing the movie tonight at 7 o'clock. You want to. This is a movie that demands to be seen with an audience.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, because comedies really work better when you see it with a crowd that's really into it. Everybody's cracking each other up, and really, I would love to come, get back on here and see that you guys took our advice and went and saw it at the John Pompeo. How many times? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. How many times have you seen it? 7 times. Always good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Always good. Award-winning photojournalist John Pompeo says he's seen it. Is there a hobbit in the corner?
Yeah, that's Samuel Clemens. That's my friend Brian Anthony using his account that's got got
Mark
use a
Twain.
different name, Mark
Mark-
Twain.
yeah, okay.
Anyways, yeah, I've got hairy feet and I'm short, so he's talking about me. Morning, Brian.
Nancy says overrated.
Really?
There's always one person
Yeah.
that like, oh, that movie's not that funny. No, it is. It's very entertaining, and it's very touching, too, at the end when John Candy's... Well, I won't spoil it.
Yeah. Although, really, you should have seen it already.
This is how I'm wired. Nothing would make me happier than to know that one person that has not seen it, like Tara Gonzalez, to know that that person went purposefully to Imagine and saw the 7 p.m. showing tonight and loved it would make my week. John knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would make my week to know that somebody was like, hey, thanks for recommending that, you guys, because we went and my wife and I had a great time. We laughed. I can't believe we've never seen the movie, whatever the case may be. So we have a show to do coming up at the top of the hour. We meaning me, Tati, and Chuck. It's a little thing called Live in the D. If you haven't been to the Live in the D Facebook page, please by all means visit. It's at 4, the number 4, Live in the D. At 4, Live in the D. We will see you at the top of the hour on the TV. So stay classy. Yeah. Stole your line.